Hey Magic, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I'm just gonna pop that up a little bit. There we go. Now you can see what we're doing. Yeah. I hope you're having a good weekend, Magic. If I sound very sleepy, it's because our clocks changed last night, so I got less sleep than I normally do. And I'm a little bit tired. But I'm fine. I'm just sleepy. But we're back. We're doing more of this terrain. It might be a little bit of a shorter stream today, but that's okay. Did I have that? So good. You're at work. Oh, I hope work is over soon for you, Magic. I hope it goes quickly. Working on weekends is not fun. It is my least favorite work option. Sunday for you. Yeah, I work on Saturdays, so I get it. But yeah, Sundays luckily I don't have to work at the moment. Oh, you're also fasting. Well, I hope that's going well. I hope it's not making the day too difficult for you. I just had a very long, very busy week um, with not a lot of sleep, so I'm looking forward to not doing a lot after the stream. My plan is to sit on the sofa and watch TV for the rest of the day to just, relax, rest, get some energy back. I've got a show that I want to watch and some leftover pizza. And yeah, I'm just gonna chill. We all need a sofa day once in a while, though, right? Or your equivalent of a sofa day, whatever it is you prefer, where you don't do anything productive. You just relax. Maybe read a book, watch a film, play some games, whatever it is you do to turn your brain off. I don't know. I don't know about that, Magic. I'm still raising money for the WWF today. Because the campaign finishes, I think, on Monday. But I'm not streaming on Monday, so this will be my last one for the campaign. And yeah. Then there'll be a break from charity streams for a little while. I'm really happy with what we've done so far this year already. We've done awesome work. We've already raised almost $200 as a community for different charities this year alone, which is pretty amazing. So I'm proud of us. Next week, I've got a long stream planned for you all as a thank you. I'm going to be playing a game from start to finish. And one that I've never played before, which should be really cool to check out. There's also going to be some familiar games. Some Stardew. Maybe some Power Wash Sim. All going to be very, very relaxed and take it easy kind of a week. Hey Andy, welcome in. Golf rounds. Which golf game are you playing? We all love a bit of golf. Here, wishing you the best. I appreciate that, Magic. I really do. I definitely wouldn't have made it this far without you and everyone with your wonderful support. But yeah, my focus for streaming is just to be consistent. That's it. Just to stick to the schedule as much as possible. And then we'll see what happens, right? I think I might be doing a throne update soon as well. Because I think I'm going to do some changes on there and switch it over to stuff that's going to help me with travel. A few of you probably saw on Twitter that I've got a goal now, a firm date. I've done all the numbers and done all the maths and done all the planning, and if everything goes to plan. And if I am sensible, I will be going to PAX in 2025. Which seems like a long ways out, but, you know, traveling halfway across the world takes time. And yeah, it is indie. It's just a cut on my finger that's taking a little while to heal. And I didn't wanna have that showing up on stream. It's fine. You know. But yeah, like I was saying, I've got a firm goal. PAX 2025. It's when I'm coming back. So not next year, but the year after, because, you know, flights are expensive. And I want to make sure I've got enough time to save up money to do all the things I want to do when I'm out there. And not run up a massive credit card bill. It also gives me a lot of time to work on my fitness goals. Lots of time to work on other goals that I've got going on at the moment. So it is a good date. But I think my throne's going to go a little bit of an update. It's going to be there's going to be a few little bits going up on there that's just stuff that will help me when I'm traveling. Golf with your friends with Collision, that's fun. I love playing golf with your friends with Collision on. I remember way back when the Three Musketeers streamed regularly, there used to be a lot of golf with your friends going on. It used to be almost a Saturday morning ritual for me. I'd wake up, see them on, jump on golf with your friends. Ridiculousness ensues. That was a long time ago, though. Yeah. I feel good about having a target in mind. Yeah, all the groundwork, I guess you would call it, has been put down for it. So like I've got the tracking stuff all set up on my PC so I can keep an eye on where I'm at. I have a little countdown timer on my phone to keep me motivated. I can see how close I am. Yeah, I'm just steadily, excuse me, working through all of my, what's the best way to put it? Unwanted possessions? You know, stuff I haven't used in a long while that is still good to go to a new home. Or like clothes that don't fit me anymore but have only been worn once, that kind of stuff. I'm in the process of finding all that stuff new homes, and all that's going into the fund for PAX. I am determined. I'm determined because I miss my friends. And yeah, I want to see him. And They don't deserve to have to come all the way out to miserable old England, so. I'm going out to them. But in the meantime, we got streams. Many, many streams to go. So today is going to be a little bit on the short side, I'll be honest. As you may be able to tell from my voice, I'm extremely tired. So I'm not going to be able to do a massively long stream today. Because daylight savings messed up my sleep. Something rotten. But I will be back next week, and there's a long stream to make up for it next week. A whole playthrough of a game that I've not played before. I'm not sure if I'm going to spoil it or not. We'll see. And that full playthrough will be up on YouTube as well, from start to finish. So that's cool. What else is going on? Obviously, the charity streams are still ongoing. We're just under halfway on our modest goal. I'll be putting in my own contribution, my own $20 when I actually have $20 to put in, because I don't get paid until next week. But that'll be going in. That'll take us just over halfway, which is cool. Considering we had a big charity stream not too long ago, a big charity event, I'm really happy that we were still able to raise some money for Earth Hour, which was yesterday. Earth Hour is the 25th of March, or was the 25th of March this year. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to taking it a little bit easier next week, in a way. Maybe getting a lion. Hopefully getting a bit of sleep. Yeah, I might do something nice with my partner, because we've not been out in a little while. So we might go somewhere. That kind of stuff. You know, just nice, chill, happy. Get your energy back kind of week this week. along nicely. This is the kind of the secondary chimney for the Miasmic Malignifier, the Nurgle chimney. I'm going to be calling it the Nurgle chimney because Miasmic Malignifier is kind of a pain in the butt to say. This is like a secondary chimney. So we have this, and then on the main actual model, we'll have quite a few bits to add. So quite a few decorations, obviously some parts missing of the main chimney piece as well that we'll be adding. So there's at least 2 more streams left in this project. Maybe more than that. Because it's not a complicated model necessarily, but there's a lot of different bits to it, more than you realize when you first take a look at it. I have also picked a little bit of an ambitious paint scheme for it as well, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer. But this year my painting's been all about slowing down and not trying to get as many projects done as possible, but get them done as well as possible. So it's kind of a different approach to what I've done in previous years. Previous years I've been like, 1 new model a week, let's go. Do all the things, multiple models in one stream, woo! Which is fine, but it kind of felt like I was rushing. Whereas this, I'm kind of taking my time a little bit more. Doing sort of more bigger and elaborate models as well. It's been quite nice. So being able to show off the actual building process a bit as well. It's fun. Oh wow, I haven't thought about Mary Poppins in years. That was the first time I remember being interested in theatre as a kid. That specific song, actually, the Chimney Sweep song. I just think theatre's cool. That's it. There's no big elaborate story there. It's just I just think it's cool. It's really neat. That particular song just kind of triggered it in me. Throughout my school years, I learned a lot about being a theatre technician. I was very fortunate to be able to do a lot of that sort of work. A lot of things like stage management, basically. So making sure people were in the right place at the right time, directing, sound, that sort of stuff. Lighting. I liked lighting. Lighting is fun. hard work, but fun. All because kid me really liked the chimney sweep song from Mary Poppins. Funnily enough, I am also planning to go to the theatre again soon. There is a production of a show that I've been interested in, and I'm gonna go take myself to the theatre at some point. I know there are some people who make Disney like their entire personality, but Disney films are kind of dismissed a little bit too easily as childish. I get it, they are for children, but there is no harm in loving Disney as an adult as long as it's in healthy balance with other things. Just like any other interest, really. I feel like we've made decent progress already. So the chimney is obviously a little bit smaller than the counterpart. It's kind of like a side chimney. Stands kind of separate to everything else. It's a nice little practice for your colour scheme if you're not sure about the colour scheme for this model. It's a good one to kind of trial it out and see if this is what you want to do. Luckily for me, I already know it was what I wanted to do because I'm following someone else's colour schemes, basically. Yeah, and it's nice if you've only got a short time to paint because it is kind of almost a complete model in its own right. So I'm basically using the one we did last week as a reference point at the moment. Because I kind of want it all to look like part of the same machinery. So there's stuff that you can kind of see on both. I want to make sure that they have the same treatment across both parts of the model. This song reminds me so strongly of the mining in Stardew Valley. I mean that as a compliment, but it's yeah. Hey Win, welcome in. Good to see you. We're doing a short and kind of sleepy stream because daylight savings messed me up. I hope you're not suffering with any adjustments. I think there's not a lot of the purple in this piece, which is fine. So I think I might have actually got it all in one go. Yeah, super chill today. Very quick hydration break. Next up, get these lighter skulls on the go, I think. So I think I mentioned this before in the last time I was doing this. But there are a lot more layers to this particular model than I'm currently working on. And that's mainly because I want all of the main chimneys and bits assembled before I actually finish the basic colors. So what I mean by that is this won't stay as clean and shiny as it looks right now. It will be grossed up, I guess is the way to put it. it will become progressively less clean and more gross as we work through it. But at the moment, this is the clean stage where everything looks bright and shiny. Totally not like a god of disease and decay has taken over this particular faculty, facility even. I'm losing my faculties because I'm tired. What I meant to say is facilities. So the skulls, well, they kind of look like they are just going to blend in a bit. They will become more prominent as we add the weathering, the effects onto the rest of the model. And they'll also be receiving similar treatment. They'll get weathered up in their own way. It just so happens that the way I'm painting the main body of the chimney and the way I'm painting the skulls kind of start off in the same way, but have kind of pretty strongly different finishing results. Rambly way of saying I'm trusting the process. So yeah, there's no huge amount of contrast at the moment, but that's fine. We're just putting in some basic colour on that for now. And then once we've done all the different pieces and all the different base layers and all that sort of thing, there will probably be at least one full stream where we just sit and weather everything. Yeah, we get all the technical paints out, all the shades, all the resins and goops and glues and all that sort of stuff. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be messy, but it's also going to completely change how this whole thing looks. That's going to be the really fun one to watch. But in the meantime, we got this guy. It needs some base layers going in. So yeah, currently I want to paint this up to the level that we reached last week for the other section. I'll probably go back to that section this week as well and just tidy up a few bits and pieces. Depending on what sort of time we get to. I love working with this particular colour called Wartblock Bronze. It's such an interesting colour. It looks nearly black in the pot. And when you paint it on, it's sort of a very dark brown. But it's metallic, and the metallic flakes that give it the shine are actually a really bright coppery colour. get this really interesting mix of different effects you can achieve with the same paint. It's not one I've been able to really heavily use as much as I would like, but it's a fun one. Here we're just going over all of the metallic reinforcement. Just tidying it up a little bit because obviously there's quite a bit of overspill from the main body of the chimney. Doing our first layers of warp luck to put that colour on. Again, this will get weathered up. I'll probably add something like verdigris. All the metallic make it sparkle, yes. Metallics are both my favorite sort of paints to work with and the biggest pain in the butt to work with. I love metallics because I love the effects that they have on models. I think they just look cool. But the paints themselves are probably some of the most annoying paints because they separate so quickly and they ruin your brushes if you're not careful. But they look so dang cool. So I keep doing it. I keep doing it to myself. And a lot of the I don't know how to say it, like professional or semi-professional painters, they get very well recognized. They do all this stuff with like non-metallic metals and all this sort of thing, and I'm like, that's cool, and it's an effect that I would love to learn, but I like my shiny paint. Shiny paint's cool. So, don't let anyone shame you for your shiny paint, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, maybe using metallics means I'll never win any paint competitions. I'm fine with that. These are my models. I'm the one who's going to have to look at them. And I say, bring on the shinies. There's been a lot of painting advice that kind of forces you into a certain way of painting. And I just kind of want to counteract that a little bit by saying they're your models. Paint them how you want them. It's all in good getting advice on how to execute certain effects. But if someone tells you that a particular technique, as in, for example, don't use metallic paints, do non-metallic metals. No. Asking someone how to paint, a realistic looking hair is very different to telling them that there is a right and a wrong way to do things. That makes sense. Use the colours you want. Don't let people tell you that the way that you like your models is wrong. Have 4 brushes? Yeah. I don't like, if you can, absolutely do have specific metallic brushes, metallic paints. I just, because of how much I paint, I wash my brushes at least once a month, and that's usually enough to protect them. If I'm doing something like this that has a lot of metallics in, I'll usually wash my brushes a bit more frequently. But I've got some brush soap and things like that, and I just kind of take a few minutes to just really deep clean them. I don't mean just the little bit in the water that I do while I'm streaming. I mean, like, I'll take all my brushes, the soap, and I'll sit there for a good long while scrubbing the brushes completely clean. But yeah, best practice is to have separate brushes for your metallic paints, just to avoid spoiling your good ones. And I never ever use metallic paints on my ultra fine brushes. So like the really tiny brushes, I will never use metallic paints on them. No metallic, no contrast paints on them. Contrast paints are even worse than metallics for your brushes. Most of the time, the sparkles. Yes. Yeah. That's the thing. I have like brush shampoo, basically. And it's specifically one that's designed to lift everything off the brush, including the sparkles. It's something that I would only recommend to people who paint once a week or more. Like, if you're painting every other day, definitely invest in some brush soap or something like that. If you're painting less than once a week, I would say don't bother, because it's very time consuming. Like, here's a good example. Like, you can see the darkness at the base of the brush here. That's where even though the color is not going to transfer, like you can see, no color. That darkness at the base of the brush is the sort of stuff that my brush soap removes. Making shampoo for brushes? No, it's who was it again? I think it was Red Grass Gaming. I can't remember the exact individuals now, but there was also actually someone who stopped by here a few times. Mr. Shy, who I worked with a few times. He also does brush soaps, but there's also like full-on, soap, conditioner, reshaping type kits that you can get from certain hobby stores. And yeah, I do recommend them if you have some high-end brushes, or if you just really want to get the most out of your brushes and you're painting a lot. But for the average hobbyist, I would say it's not really necessary. I'd say it's only really something that people who are painting a huge amount really need to worry about. I started looking into them when I started going through my brushes more quickly than my models. Just sort of looking into brush care more and more. I'm still learning. I'm still learning best ways to keep them going. But they're better than they used to be. I've also switched to synthetic brushes, whereas before they were actual like animal hair brushes, sable hair brushes. Being specific, I went to synthetic brushes, which I find last a bit longer. Again, we're kind of going deep diving into hobby talk here. I appreciate not everyone in chat is necessarily going to care what my brushes are made of. But there is a slight difference in how synthetic and non-synthetic brushes paint. I actually prefer synthetic brushes these days. But it really depends on what you're doing. But if you're looking at natural brushes or sable hair brushes or anything that's got a descriptor like that, you're more likely to need the shampooing and the proper brush care to get the best out of them than if you're using synthetic brushes like me. Because natural hair needs more care than synthetic. Yeah, I mainly focus on my older brushes when I'm doing shampooing and all that sort of thing. But, there's some exceptions. Deep cut ramble on how to take care of a paintbrush that most people in chat probably don't really ever need to know, but yeah, a little insight into hobbying. I wouldn't necessarily call what I do hobbying professionally. Just hobbying excessively. There we go. But yeah, if you're interested, honestly, all I did was just Google like hobby brush care kit or some, stuff like that, until I found a reputable one that had good reviews and gave it a try. And it's lasted me so long that I've actually forgotten where I got it from in the first place. So I will need to go look that up at some point. I mean, I suppose you could use Head and Shoulders if you really wanted to, but I think baby shampoo also works. Just your regular, cheap drugstore pet or baby shampoo would probably also work on brushes. I just like getting the fancy kits because it makes me feel special, if I'm honest. And, I want to make sure I'm getting the right stuff first before I start trying out any weird and wonderful home remedies. Hey, would you look at that? I think we've got all our metallics down. Or at least our first layer of metallics down. tidying up again. This time going around the edges of all the areas where metallics have gone and spilled over. This is almost at the same point that the main body is at. Almost. And it is a significantly smaller section, so it makes sense that it takes less time. Kind of getting right in there with the colour, making sure it's all in the right place. I will probably need to do more coats, more layers of certain colours in certain areas because, you know, the nature of what I'm working with. As anyone who has ever tried to dye hair will know, if you go from dark to a light colour super quickly, it's not going to look great. You need to do it in multiple layers and stages. Same with painting. No worries, Magic. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself too. I hope you have a safe trip home from work and a nice relaxing weekend. Also, as a sort of a PSA for anyone in chat, I am using a new closed caption software. I think it should be working. If it's not, I apologise. Please let me know how it's going. If you're not sure how to enable it, there's a little like CC symbol down at the bottom of the player. You just gotta click on that and follow the steps on screen. And yeah, just let me know if the captions are crazily off or not making any sense. The last one I had some really interesting interpretations of words. And also couldn't tell the difference between me laughing and talking, which is a little bit off-putting. finding at the edges at the moment. Like I was saying, it's kind of like when you dye your hair. Anyone who's done that, you'll know if you go from really dark colour, like really dark brown, to platinum blonde, you can't really do it in one step unless you have a wig. You kind of need to go in stages, and that's kind of what you have to do here with model painting as well. You have a black primer, and you want to have a light colour over the top of it. You need to be prepared to do multiple layers to get the colour looking good. So that's a little bit tedious. It's all for the greater good of a good final piece. Hashtag thank you, Indy. If everyone is sitting comfortably, don't forget to stretch, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, step away from the screen if you need it, rest your eyes a moment, look out the window, and tell me if you see anything good. I can see a cherry tree outside my window, and it's got cherry blossoms on. So maybe tomorrow, if it's a little bit sunnier, I'm going to go out and take some photos of cherry blossoms, I think. Because I love cherry blossoms. I love taking photos of them. And most of the trees around here are starting to bloom already. So I want to take advantage of that. Next up. So we're just adding this yellow in. And then that will more or less bring it in line with what we've already done on the other model. Yeah, I think we're good. So, speaking of the other model, a little bit of time before I'm going to call it quits, I think. I'm just going to bring this back in. Here's one I did earlier. No. So this is the model from last stream I've got in my hand at the moment. I'm just working on a few details, basically. Tidying up what we've already got here. Kind of trying to progress it a little bit. Wonder if we can do this. Is this a little ambitious? Maybe. Am I gonna try it anyway? Yes. Should I have done this before? Absolutely. Hindsight's 2020, and I didn't think of it last week. I am loving how this is looking. So if it's not entirely clear on stream, what I'm doing is going in between all of the edges of the cracks on the base. And instead of just leaving it black or dark green, I'm going in and putting in a nice bright yellow that matches the fluid in the boil-like growths on the chimneys. I'm trying not to be gross about it because I'm aware that it is getting close to a time when people might be eating. And I don't want to put people off their food. There's no cracks or anything there. It's just really on this side that we need to worry about. So there's going to be overspill because these are quite small cracks. And this is kind of a wider brush than a lot of them. But that's okay because we can paint over any overspill quite easily to tidy this up. What I'm focusing on first is getting a nice solid colour in there. It's really vibrant, really noticeable. And again with these little growths down here as well, just giving them another coat of yellow. I'm like kind of trying to push my paintbrush right down to the bottom of all these areas. Trim, thank you for the hydrate and another posture check. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I will be doing that in just a moment, but I hope you're well. Hope you're having an excellent weekend. I hope everyone's got a tasty beverage ready to hydrate. And if you missed it before, don't forget to stretch. Take a break from the screen if you need it. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Take care of yourself. I'd fall back asleep. Oof. Sounds good though, Sherm. Definitely get that rest in. And thank you for stepping in. I appreciate it. I hope you sleep well. And thank you for the self-care reminders. I appreciate it. I apologize for the loud noises that my flask makes. So I'm just going to tidy up the base around where we were just painting. I deliberately left a little bit of the yellow on my brush because I don't want it to give the impression excuse me, give the impression that there's a little bit of a glow coming off. So the bits right near the edges will be a little bit yellowish compared to the main base. It's kind of what you want. You want that little bit of reflective light almost coming off of it. I apologize if it's a little hard to see what I'm doing on stream. It's a little bit of a delicate operation. I think that's tidied it up well enough for now. Always worth checking from a different angle just to be sure. Yeah, I really like how that's come out. That nice sort of bright yellow snaking through the green. Definitely looks a lot cooler. Now I'm just looking over the rest of the model. So I'm being quite cautious with what I do and don't paint at the moment on the main body of the model, because I know there's a lot of parts still to be added. And if I try and glue over progressive layers of paint, it just doesn't stick as well. So it makes it more likely the model's going to fall apart if I paint half a dozen layers and then try and glue on the top of it. I'm being a little bit cautious at the moment. Trying to make sure I focus on areas that I know for certain are not getting glued over. Just also tidying up a little bit. check something. I thought I missed that. Missed a bit on our main focus for the day. You enjoying the bop there, Indy? I think there's only really one more bit of tidying up left to do on this. Again, this is just one of many, many layers that is going on these skulls. So, you sat there thinking, but Jinx, I can see the black underneath it. That's absolutely fine. There will be more layers. It's bound to look a little thin and patchy at first. And just around here as well. And what we're doing is just closing these gaps up. The gap between where our model currently is and where we want it to be. If that makes any sense to anyone outside of my own brain, I don't know, but... Alrighty, another layer on that skull spot. There we go. You can start to see now they're getting less patchy and more kind of pale. And you can actually see a bit of a difference between the colour on the skull and the colour on the main chimney. And it'll get more noticeable with each progressive layer on the skull. happy with this skulls. Just going to bring these ones up to the same, and then I might call it for today, actually. We'll see how we get when we're done with these skulls. Because I'm already starting to feel it. It's frustrating, but not entirely unexpected with someone with chronic exhaustion and sleep deprivation. Nasty combination, I'll tell you that much. But I promised you all a stream, so stream I did. I'm happy we made some good progress. We're almost at a good stopping point. A little bit hyper-focusy there. Excuse me, my voice is going. Hey, Mango. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually probably gonna just be finishing. I apologize. Because, yeah, daylight savings has done a bit of a number on me. And I am very, very tired this week. You'll hopefully be able to see a little bit better what I've been doing. Maybe not. The camera is not being cooperative with me today. So yeah, this is the main bit that we were kind of working on last week. We've done a bit more on the skulls. This is the main thing we were working on today. Nice and focused for once. I promise at some stage, as soon as I can, I'm getting a better camera for these streams. Yeah, that's what we were working on today. Nice little secondary chimney. Thank you, Mango. I appreciate it. But yeah, I am going to leave it there for today. Like I said, next week there's going to be some games. There's going to be more of this. I'll get more of it built up. So it'll be probably a bit of a longer painting stream for that. Oh my goodness. There we go. Fixed it. But yeah, that was the last stream for the WWF. But the campaign will still be collecting money. So I'll post it up on the usual spots for anyone who wants to donate offline. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. I apologize for the short stream, but I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe.